Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Well, we got us. Oh, hi Kara, you came.
Hi,
All right,
Kara.
good thing. I want to remind everybody,
Divine,
I will
you.
make some reminders throughout the show that next week we won't be here. We won't be here on Thursday, and we won't be here a week from Sunday. We'll be here this Sunday, but not the Sunday following. So we're going to be gone at a convention for a few days. We'll be here, but going back and forth.
I played the video for that
Did you?
during the waiting room.
Well, I'm saying it again. Maybe some people were not paying attention to the video.
Like you?
Yeah. Well, I was busy with writing and other things here, Mr. O, providing you with candy,
Sure.
etc.
Sure. And you almost got the candy I wanted.
All right. Hi, Cool Freak. So you're here today. You're here Sunday. You're here for happy hour Saturday. We also will not be here for happy hour next week because of that convention we'll be going to. So you'll have to do without us for a whole week. My goodness. All right.
All right.
Libra, 2 gingers. Yay.
Congratulations.
Sonny approves. Wherever he is right now.
Oh, he was. Oh, he'll be here.
Oh, never mind. He's coming.
You had to say his name, didn't you?
I did. Well, you know what? Better him here than eating up all the food, right? Of course, I'm sure he'll take food breaks. Oh, I'm just shuffling and ready to pull a card, or maybe I'll just have Mr. O pull one at random.
Hi, Diksha.
Hi, Diksha. Diksha. It's from the Affirmators for Love and Relationships. I haven't pulled out this fun deck in a while. I just decided to pull it out again. And I'm going to have Mr. O draw a card. Well, I might have to look at that one, but let's, one just fell right out.
I love when that happens.
Okay, what you got? Whoa,
Harmony.
harmony.
Harmony and me.
Ah. What does it say, Mr. O?
I know in my heart that when something is right, it feels easy and breezy, even though that sounds cheesy. With this in mind, I banish all stress, insecurity, and tedious work from my relationships. Then I invite harmonious relationships into my life and let them show up on their own time. Easy breezy things are rarely punctual.
And guess what?
What?
It was 2 cards that fell together.
Oh.
So, I'm going to give you one.
Hi, Victoria.
It's appreciation. Why don't you read it, Mr. O?
I appreciate the unique ways other people show their love, rather than compare their ways with my ways. Then I appreciate myself for maturely putting up with people who just can't seem to show love the normal, obvious, universally accepted way. That's in caps, by the way. Sounds good for both of us.
And finally, there was vulnerability. I allow myself to talk about my feelings without fear of external judgment or internal drama. When I express my feelings, a couple of funny things happen. 1, I feel like a kindergartner. 2, everything gets lighter, easier, and filled with the comforting glow of honesty. Hey, no wonder kindergartners seem so fun and stress-free. Right, they don't understand, they're perfectly willing to be totally honest with you. Excuse me, and sometimes can say some real offhanded things. So, whatever resonates out of those three, by all means, take it. Sorry about that. I have these gloves on. It's making it kind of tricky. Although that just fell out. Those just fell out. All right. Well, again. Yeah, Sassy's yapping. Yes, she is. I was going to say something about that. Sassy feeling a little vulnerable right now herself. Okay. All right. For anybody who wants an oracle tonight, if they do, I have the Witching Hour Oracle and the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle available. And that's going to be it. Let's get going. And I think Acel did come in first.
Yep, you notice their question?
My behavior to see myself from the side of the person through my simulation from my mistakes.
Who's deck?
How did I look in the eyes of my ex in the relationship? Okay. Why don't you use your deck?
Fine. Why don't I?
Well, because I just threw like 3 cards out of
Well, I
mine.
asked the question a moment ago, but
I know. I
guess you're right.
apologize. I was kind of digesting the question.
I will kind of digest the apology.
It begins already, doesn't it? See what you're going to miss a week of? Bickering. So, what's the point of oracle cards? I don't know.
It's the difference between mice and a tower.
You know, Lenormand is considered an oracle card, and they're kind of predictive. I mean, you can use oracle cards in a variety of ways, just like you can use tarot. Tarot can be used for self-development as well as, you know, the type of questions we take here. Or, you know, oracles pretty similarly, depending on the oracle. Some oracles are made differently than others. So,
Okay. So I'm seeing Acel's question. And in a way, it's almost 2 questions. So hopefully we'll be able to do that justice.
also, you know, I guess the other thing about oracle cards is we tend to read the description here, and then we meme off with how it makes us feel, too, about the card in question. So, because, yeah, we don't have all the oracle cards memorized, and I could intuitively just look at the picture and come up with stuff, but I like to do it the other way.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw 3 cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first card is the reversed Ace of Wands. And that does talk about relationships, of course. The second card is the Sun, upright. And then the last card is the 9 of Swords, upright.
Okay, so the Ace of Cups reversed.
Wands.
Oh, it's Wands. I have some thoughts here. I don't know. I think that in the eyes of your ex, they felt that you were anxious a lot in the relationship, maybe nervous, kind of always fearing the worst. But then again, you know, all things considered, you know, maybe that's how they felt about you, that you were too anxious. Do they feel like, is there something you want to add to that?
Nope, not yet.
That's the first one I came to. The Ace of Wands, I almost feel like, too, that maybe your ex just felt that things got off not on a great foot from the start for some reason. And I'm not sure why. You know, it might be, you know, like I said, maybe something with you, but it might be some other reason. I'm really feeling that 9 of Swords more applies to what you're saying or asking, Acel, but I can't rule out. Now, the Sun here seems to indicate to me that he really felt good about you in a lot of ways. He felt a lot of joy being around you. But he felt that maybe there was some anxiousness or this sense of, I don't want to say being too clingy, perhaps, but too dependent might come to mind for emotional support.
Well, there may have been a sense, too, that maybe there was a vacillation between the anxiety he may have thought you were experiencing and then a more optimistic nature. And so it's possible that he did feel like maybe he was in over his head in certain respects, that he didn't understand those qualities about you. And that may or may not be true in your own estimation, that,
Right.
that
You
you
already
were,
know what was in his eyes.
right. This is like what we think was in his eyes. So I think overall his opinion is colored more by the idea that the sun represented some amount of happiness to him, but maybe he felt you weren't able to overcome some of your anxiety, or that maybe he thought you didn't fully trust him or fully feel for him.
Maybe he felt you made him anxious anxious too, and stressed. Like maybe he had to meet certain types of expectations. And maybe that's where I feel the Ace of Wands here is that, maybe, like I said, he thought you had some high expectations in the relationship and that he didn't meet those standards. With that Ace of Cups here, he always felt like he failed to meet something, your standards. Now, I remember you asked a question before about money and the role of that. I'm not sure that was it necessarily, but it might just be something else. What do you think? Did you cover that Ace of Wands? I wasn't sure how you did that.
Well, I gave a shorter shift. I sort of said what you said, which was that maybe your ex felt things didn't start off correctly, or that things didn't show a potential that he was looking for.
And I think here, like I said, I still feel he had a lot of joyful moments with you. He really did. And so I think where things were positive in the relationship, Asal, was when, he could feel very lighthearted and very carefree with you. No pressures. But once pressures or stress or anxieties get in the picture, then things start to change.
He ran.
Yeah, the going gets tough. The not so tough get going sometimes.
Sal, this is a beautiful deck. I do like it.
Yeah, it is.
It's called the Modern Love Tarot, and it very much gives more than lip service to the ideas of various diversity between religions or sexualities or races, etc. So it's a really beautiful deck. Thank you.
Someone with good taste got it for him.
Because I was looking at it. Because my own good taste.
I don't recall that.
Well,
I thought I brought it to your
You need some of that stuff that's good for memory? Prevagen?
No, because I seem to think you might, because I think I brought it to your attention. Crossroads, speaking of things.
Oh, things that you forgot to do? The Lenormand.
No, I meant to do it at the end.
Likely story.
And the garden. So, I think too, well, how does this fit into their feelings? I think
that wasn't true necessarily, other than their own perception that you were cold. I mean, maybe sometimes you seem that way to him, but I don't know that it was fair for him to always feel that way.
Right. Well, I feel here we once again have this garden and the crossroads, and I think I've mentioned about him before that he kept searching for something else. I don't know whether he wanted a more active social life with you. He wanted something, beyond the walls and the confines of, The house, he wanted to be more active, and maybe that was a crossroads. See, I don't, since I don't know totally your relationship, I'm not sure how much this relates, but if I look at those cards, I could think of that. What do you see there?
I kind of see that idea. It could be that he felt that moving forward, the crossroads, meant to him that he needed to understand you as, your own public identity, or the public identity you had with him. And maybe he didn't see that happening for some reason. I'm not, like we said, we don't really know exactly what happened.
It could be, like I said, you know how I said with the son, he enjoyed just lighthearted good times. And some people have a lot of misconceptions when they get married, They think the good times, can continue unabated. Sometimes they want more socializing, they want more, being with friends or ability to be away. And I wonder if that too, when things were light, was when things went better. And when things weren't, Now, that being said, Estelle, as you assess everything and you look at your own behavior in this and try to contemplate this, you have to remember every person you get involved with is going to have different expectations. What he might have thought of your behavior in the relationship might not be how other people see you. See, it might be because of what his own needs were that he felt that way.
Estelle says that he proposed kind of quickly after a month of dating.
Huh, interesting. Well, it's clear he wanted to anchor himself in a relationship, but it just seemed as though he wanted things to be light. Some people, like I said, have this misrepresentation with marriage that it's all just going to be fun and light, and, once things get kind of involved, they have problems. So
that's what we have.
That's the best we can do. It's an interesting question, though, Estelle. Thanks for that.
All right.
Well, I don't blame you. You did, well, see, and there's the anxiety factor again, too. So, some people want to move fast, and it's perfectly fine what you did. There was nothing wrong with that inherently. Some
welcome.
other people might have said, oh, that's okay. We can wait. And others, might kind of be a little resentful over that.
All right. So, Violet Anna's next. How's that?
Yeah, she got in second.
Cool. How's G
Hi,
feeling
SB.
about me right now?
Did he swallow my pen? He must have. That's okay. I got another. I got a spare.
So this will be your deck.
Yeah. What was the question again? Okay.
How?
Oh, there it
How's
is.
G's feeling
about me right now. Okay. Yeah, I'll get a
Yay.
deck. All right. It's just he's totally taking up my space, and it's a problem. It's a problem. Let's use this one. I feel like using the unfolding path right now. Yeah, you're in my way, bigly. Not only that, you're even on the table if I want to shuffle there. It's like...
No,
Yeah,
that
you're welcome,
sounded.
Sal.
That sounds interesting. It's just a real tangled web with that one, I think.
I do too.
Because not only is his ex interfering, but also his mother was, as I recall.
That's right.
Well, I wanted to wait X amount of readings before I had a chocolate, but
He's not going to make it.
I'm stressed.
You're taking the white chocolate. Okay. Okay, well, we got the Ten of Swords reversed, got the Nine of Cups reversed. What is up here? And the Ten of Cups reversed. Wait a minute. No, Ten of Pentacles reversed. And I wanted this deck. Geez, I'm sorry, Violet Ann. Let's see what we have here. Geez, feelings about you right now. Well, it's definitely kind of a mixed bag. I'm curious. I guess you can wait till the end if you want, but the Lenormand might be fruitful at this point, Mr. O.
And I see Empress Goddess Spiritual has joined us. I wonder if that's somebody we know.
Hi. I just said maybe the Lenormand might be a little bit more helpful.
You're very welcome, Estelle.
Hello, Empress Goddess. All right. We are all doing well.
Okay, so Lenormands. Oh, darn. Those pesky crossroads.
Well, they're not too bad, really.
And the bouquet, which that's actually pretty decent.
Huh.
Did you already talk?
No, I wanted to see that. I really needed to see that looking at some of these cards. So I think here, how does she feel about you? I don't know if there has been any kind of difficulties between the two of you, but I do feel that there's some healing going on here. Some getting back on their feet again, perhaps after something, they were hurt over. And whether that's something with you or with somebody else, so that maybe I could say that you might be making them feel a little better about the situation. But that Nine of Cups here is kind of making me wonder, too, what's going on here. They feel as though they still haven't found what they're looking for. And so I don't know, if that means that they haven't found it with you per se. They're in a very, I feel, disillusioned state right now. And when I see that Ten of Pentacles, too, I can't help it if there was wondering if there was some family issue or some breakup in a marriage or relationship that's at the heart of all of this. What do you think when you look at these three cards?
Worse than what you think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Violet Ann asked about G's feelings for her.
Yes.
And so I feel these don't look really great. This could be saying that maybe they feel they're getting over a situation where they felt defeated, trapped, threatened.
We're not off the mark on that too much.
Okay, maybe I wasn't hearing it the same way. So I get the feeling like maybe whatever the relationship was, and I'm not going to infer that it was, any kind of primary relationship or what it was, but something really has kind of alienated them in some ways, some respects. The Nine of Cups seems to feel like there's something unhappy or like nothing good happens. Like it's just a downer kind of belief about happiness or desire and a respect. And then, of course, the Ten of Pentacles. So I wonder if we're really way off here, because I sort of feel like this one, too, seems to suggest maybe it relates to your family in some way, or something that you feel that has that kind of connection, foundational. But it feels the same way. It sort of feels like something's falling apart or doesn't feel like it's holding.
Well, I guess that's where we kind of deviate, because I feel like for some reason that Ten of Swords is tied into that Ten of Pentacles. I just feel they're kind of tied together somehow.
They're both tens?
Yeah, for that reason, but also the fact that I feel like they might have been, there may have been something that knocked them down, whether it was a family issue, whether it was, like I said, a marriage or a relationship that they were involved in. And so now, they're not sure how to feel, Violet Ann. I think their feelings are kind of up in the air, because that Nine of Cups to me indicates some unfulfillment. And so if we're talking about their feelings towards you, I feel like they still feel like they're not really committed, at this point to you per se. They're still looking, they're still searching for something. And maybe that's why the crossroads is here too, because with the bouquet, it seems to indicate to me that they're looking for their joy, where to find their joy, where to find their happiness. Is it with you? It's not ruled out here, but it doesn't look very positive either.
Tens themselves, of course, often mean, like sort of a completion, an end of a cycle. And I do kind of feel that idea about the bouquet sort of being the opposite of the Nine of Cups, the idea that desire or wishes for happiness that didn't work out are present in thought to bring them to a new vista through a crossroads of some sort that they imagine.
Oh, huh. I see. So I don't know. I think they're kind of, it's hard for me to read them right now. And I think it's the family thing. It's kind of interesting. That's interesting what you said there. And in a way, like I said, the Ten of Swords can be kind of a healing thing. But it's usually more emotional healing, is it not?
It could be, but when you combine it with that Nine of Cups reverse, and it's just sort of seems like it's going to be a slog, to get there. There's just going to be some good days and some bad days, and that their happiness about the situation seems to be maybe what is not as helpful.
So it might be because of just some of these setbacks, because the Nine of Cups is about setbacks too. They really haven't committed to anything yet, and they're still seeking to return and find joy in their life, to make the choices and decisions and moves that will bring some joy back to them. So I mean, you could possibly influence that I think that was a piece of cat litter hanging on him. Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Sorry. Well, I thought you'd wonder what I was doing. But anyway, maybe you need to come back and ask this again in a week or two just to see if things have changed, because I'm not getting a real clear picture with the cards we drew.
Right. I mean, it does seem like it's a little bit wrapped in gauze.
Yeah. I almost think that whatever is being presented here is not necessarily personal. It's just that they're kind of in a bad way right now, mentally and thinking things through.
All right.
So wish you luck.
Good luck, Violet. And yes, greetings from the collective to you too, then, Empress. Thanks for joining us. I feel
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining
spirit.
us. Oh, what a crazy day I had. So I had a blood draw today. I'm hoping for the best. I need good news. It wasn't good last month,
You're
and
welcome.
so they changed my medication, and we're hoping for the best.
All right, so Lena is up.
Right.
I'm going to use the Murder of the Crows Tarot.
It's interesting, though, we had the... You're welcome, Violet Ann. Sorry about that, but I swear, with that 10 of Pentacles there, I really do think there's something going on that's either family or other related, and it's affecting, things. And maybe it's just that they're focusing on their goals right now. I don't know. That was a tough read.
It was. It wasn't the easiest. Maybe I needed more chocolate.
Maybe you should have started with the caramel chocolate
I
first.
wanted to save the best for last.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
So Lena asks for a spirit love reading for the next 5 months. All right.
Okay.
And our first one is the reversed Knight of Cups.
Oh.
And followed by Judgment reversed. I just love when I get all those reversals.
Especially in a love reading.
I know. This one's not reversed. It's the Three of Wands, and it's upright. All right, so there's the ice picks of love, or something. It's
the scythe.
And the moon.
Wow. So we've got a few Debbie Downer readings here of sorts. But, Lena, I think there may be something that's happening in the next 5 months. It really might get off to a rocky start, though. Or it may be one of these things that kind of comes and goes. I get that feeling because, of course, the Knight of Cups is reversed here. But also, Judgment reversed indicates to me that there might be some, that maybe expectations between you both haven't been met. This is like a card of, sometimes it can be a card of criticism, sometimes it can be a card of people who are judging you, or, you judging them in this case, whatever the case may be. It just seems like something does not get off to a very happy, it may get off to a start, but it quickly moves into something where, you make some harsh decisions, or the other person makes some harsh decisions about you, and then maybe it's time to seek your fortunes elsewhere. So I really feel here that this Three of Wands is more about making plans for the future after this. Now, I don't know if your whole 5 months is going to be about this relationship, but it is going to happen sometime during this 5-month period. And also, see, with the Scythe here and, and the moon, it seems to indicate to me that I think you're going to cut ties with this person, or they're going to cut ties with you.
Right. Just the fact that you have the reverse knight could sort of mean both the coming and the going, like that within this 5 months, there may be a romantic adventure or experience of some sort. But you might have to really reevaluate this one. It might feel like it started off with a bit of passion or strong feeling, but you're going to re-examine it at some point and realize that maybe with the Three of Wands you have these other options, or you have something else to work towards. And so the Scythe, of course, influenced by the moon, maybe does indicate that you will have to, kind of cut away some of the relationships that maybe are not working out for you, and this probably is describing that one. All right.
I can't add much else. I think that, it looks like something is going to happen, but it's not going to be something that's really going to last.
An impermanent relationship.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. The tarot's only a snapshot in time. It's possible things could change. So keep an open mind about it. And hey, sometimes relationships work, sometimes they don't. But it looks like you might be meeting or starting something up in these next 5 months.
Okay, so Divine asks, my life seems to be scattered. How soon will I see myself seamless overall?
So you must mean when things are going smooth.
Right, where things don't seem to have little holes in them that things fall through.
Well, let's see what the cards say. I don't know that I want to do timing on this, but let's see.
And I'll need the Lenormand back.
Did I not? Oh, here you go.
You did not.
Yeah, okay. Let's use this Raven Dream Tarot.
We're here on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m.
And just a reminder, next week we will not be on. We will be at a convention from Thursday through Sunday next week. So this Sunday we'll be here, but the Sunday following we will not. We'll also not be here for happy hour, but this week we're business as usual. We'll be here on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of our normal 10. And then we'll be here Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m.
Essentially, after starting next Thursday, a week from today, our YouTube material from Thursday through Sunday will not happen, or we don't believe it's likely to happen.
Yeah, we may not even be able to get our videos out. It looks likely, so we're only going to be getting our cards of the day out on social media for that week.
All right.
But we haven't taken a time off like that in like forever. I don't know, a long time. Okay, well, Divine, you've got the Knight of Wands upright. You got the Four of Cups. You've got the Four of Cups upright. And now, didn't I draw 2 10s before? Now I've got 2 9s. The Nine of Swords. Upright.
Well, here's another sharp, pointy object. It's the Scythe again. And the Whip.
Well, Divine,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen soon. And I think that, if you want to make your life seamless, you want to make it happen, you got to find a way to prepare the ground for it. You have to do something to make your life more seamless. This is you, standing tall and standing up for what you need in your life. It's not the 7 of Wands, it's the 9, but it's saying you need to prepare. You need to prepare that ground to make it happen. And so what you need to do is kind of pull back from things, give something, but only to give some things some, well, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you do need just a little bit more downtime in your life, a little bit more downtime. So maybe that's how you're supposed to prepare the ground. Is like maybe you're trying to do so many things, you're going to be leaving a job, you're going to be moving to India, you have all these different things on your plate, and it's really hard for you to feel seamless and not stressed out and full of some anxiety. It could be what's keeping you up at night. You need to find a way to kind of relax yourself more through all of this.
The Nine of Wands says that you're holding the line. You kind of have a sense of what you need to do. And maybe you're a little committed to it, but you're not totally committed to it. Maybe you wonder about other possibilities. What you probably really need is much more time for contemplation. The Four of Cups is really like thinking about things too. In some respects, it could be saying wasting your time thinking on things, but I think for this context, it means you really need to consider all angles. One may be better than the other, but you need to look at them all. And the problem, though, I think, Divine, is that sometimes this time of contemplation turns into a time of where you let negative stuff kind of get hold of you. So you have to learn a balance between what is the good contemplation and where it starts to lead to where you are, in essence, borrowing trouble by worrying about other things. And so maybe the clue around that is in the Lenormand, because to cut some of those attitudes or those feelings from overweighing your good contemplation, you have to move swiftly. You can't necessarily spend all this time in contemplation. Sometimes you have to sort of make a move and go. And so it's a discernment about what actually needs to be cut, but finding the balance between the amount of contemplation you need, but not letting it influence you too much in, negativity.
Well, Mr. O had a nice juxtaposition here. When I look at the Four of Cups, it means a number of things. It means sitting back and thinking about your options. But, when I saw this Knight of Wands here, being prepared, thinking about your options, but all the stress and anxiety, I like what he's saying about this, sometimes this thinking about things can make you anxious. And that's where I think overthinking comes in. So that's why I said you need sometimes to step back and let some things just be, as opposed to, trying to overthink them right now. I think it might be causing you stress, you may be prepared enough for what's happening that you should be able to give yourself a little bit of a break here. And with the whip here and the scythe, I think you really do need to cut back on something. Some activity here soon, just to kind of make yourself feel a little less stressful. Or if you can conclude something, sometimes cutting something means ending something in its own way. So if you could cut something to the quick, make some things happen faster so that you no longer have to worry and overthink about them, that might help as well.
I like what you said there. It is a balance between the amount of time you spend contemplating things to resolve or, inviting, your worry into it.
Your anxiety must definitely be over the roof with that 9 there. And then when I saw that 4, it's like I said, because that's a card of, contemplation. It can be kind of laziness. I mean, in the sense that maybe there's things you need to prepare and be taken care of. But sometimes we really do need that downtime. We really do need to kind of calm ourselves down. As Mr. O said, though, you got to have a balance here. Don't go too overboard one way or the other. If things aren't seamless, you need to strive for finding that middle ground.
Good luck, Divine.
Good luck, Divine. I think we're on V.
Yes, V is up.
Hi, V.
Here's your others.
Well, 4 o'clock is the normal happy hour time, I know. But we always thought doing it in the morning would be nice. And hey, it's 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock somewhere.
Our
right?
happy hour is not about what the traditional one is.
No.
So you're welcome. All right, so V asks, drink some wine, yeah. I'm looking for the reading.
How will the rest of February play out for love?
Thank you.
Okay.
And the Barbary Tarot.
I like that Modern Love Tarot. I should swipe it from you.
Oh, you do like it?
Of course I do. I would have gotten it for myself, but I thought that Mr. Emotional Exchanges needed to have it.
It looks like we called your bluff, Victoria. I thought you liked happy hour. You would just make it work. How will wow. I wish I had somebody like that.
Oh, wow, that's awesome, V.
Okay, whoa. Okay, so V, the first card is the 9 of Wands, and it's upright.
Came up again.
Yeah. 2 of Cups, which is upright.
Isn't it funny how the cards have changed? We got
5 of Wands, upright.
Well,
So your cards are all upright.
you'll laugh when you see this then. Hold on.
So there's Venus, which could be a female inquirer or you, and the whip.
The whip and the 5 of Wands.
Wow. Wow.
This relationship could get a little feisty. I see good stuff here. Your love for the end of February. First off, prepare yourself, prepare yourself for, more harmony, more love, more of a bonding, with a partner, I think, by the end of February. I will say with the 5 of Wands here, there will be a lot of exchanging of ideas and maybe plans or goals or desires. And, they may not always match. You're going to have to find the common ground, which I think is possible considering, these two cards here. They're so positive. So I think here, if you engage in constructive dialogue, and hash out your differences, hash out, what works and what doesn't in your relationship, and I think all will go well.
I think a lot of this card, the Nine of Wands, sort of shows you as being in a really supportive role, possibly with Leo, to the point of what this relationship is, because you feel what's building there. The Two of Cups is a building relationship. It's coming to terms with your harmony and your mutual trust of each other. So then that leads us towards the Five of Wands, and this says that there's a very active life here, and I guess it's probably because of his role, his job, his career.
Yeah.
This could even be a metaphor for a lot of his personality, because, of course, he is in a competitive field where he needs to be that kind of personality, So I feel like, in a sense, this sort of puts you in a balance mode to a little bit, because you have to sort of balance that out and sort of bring him back from some of that if this relationship is going to work best.
Well, this is so interesting because honestly, I didn't see what you were writing there when I spoke about that Five of Wands. And so, the Five of Wands does have an aura about it that relates to competitive sports or competitions of a variety of sorts. A debate team, for example, because it can be about exchanging ideas and debating concepts. But the thing is that maybe that's it, because you've got to prepare yourself for, this relationship deepening, but also maybe some conflict that this is going to bring up between, this work and the relationship. I feel here...
Right, he can't necessarily, give less than 100% to that career.
I feel here, don't allow, his career to affect you in some way, make you angry. I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. But the thing is, I don't know, with the whip here and you, I'm almost thinking this is saying things are going to happen pretty quick now. Things are starting to move at a different pace now. And sometimes the whip is about speed because, when you crack the whip, that's what it's about.
I like that.
And maybe, too, now that I also see the Nine of Wands here with the whip, I can't help but wonder if you yourself have to set some boundaries. So that,
Which kind of takes us back to that Nine of Wands there in a way, too.
That's why I just pointed at it before. Yeah,
nice.
Exactly. Set some boundaries, for what you expect out of a healthy relationship, with this person. So.
Well, good luck with that, too. We don't see that necessarily here, but that's always a question we can ask some other time.
Yeah, not here in this particular one, yeah. But definitely we could look at that sometime in the future.
So I hope that helped.
But let's take this one step at a time. You guys just got back together. So after a split, time away. So let's see where this takes you.
All right.
All right. Good luck with that. I think it's looking promising.
Okay, so Libra is up next. You're welcome, V.
Hey, Libra. All right. Thank you. Oh, what do we got?
It's Libra, and Libra has asked...
what hidden message do I need to know?
So that sounds like you're reading.
Indeed. And I will bring out the unfinished business deck for that.
I'm not exactly sure, but I know Violet will chirp in when the sun moves into Pisces. But of course, that means it's time for us to do another monthly modality message.
That might be coming out this week.
And that one will happen because we'll record it and just release it when it's supposed to go out. So even if it does come out towards, our time away from recording, it will be there.
It might be the only video we get.
Yeah,
out.
maybe the only video there.
All
so
right.
thanks, Violet. our super,
But
super
Mr. O,
moderator.
are you doing a Goth Tarot next week? You can
Yeah,
do
Wednesday
that.
will be the last show with a regular show. Yes.
All right, let's see what we have for Libra. What hidden message?
You're welcome to.
Oh. Oops, they're big cards. That's one thing about them. They are a handful. Okay, it's the Hierophant reversed. So what's the hidden message? Well, do we want to throw 3 cards or are we doing...
No, we're doing yours.
So what's the hidden message? The hidden message could be about... considering alternatives. That maybe there's an alternative way of doing something. There's an alternative way of thinking about something. There's an alternative way of handling a particular situation that you might need to consider. It may be a more radical approach than you would normally take. But that's what's hidden right now. You need to figure out what those alternatives are.
I feel something a bit different here. I'm wondering if this card suggests that the hidden message is maybe there's something about you trying to be 2 different personalities or have 2 different personas. Like maybe you are enacting on one level for one set of circumstances and then acting on another level. And to be specific, one maybe presents a more poised or, conventional persona, and the other one presents as somebody that's willing to take different kinds of chances or doesn't care as much about the appearances of impropriety. So I think the hidden message is that maybe you have to resolve this, if this is either a personality thing or how you deal with different sets of people or circumstances. Next card. Why is this important?
Well, maybe the alternative methods have something to do with health and healing.
Oh, it's the Ten of Swords reversed.
Again.
Yes.
Whether it's emotional health or healing or just some other type I'm sensing here. Maybe there's an alternative approach to a problem that you are trying to resolve. If it's not an out-and-out healing situation from a problem with friends or family or a relationship or just emotional healing, it could be something physical. I can't rule out something physical here. And I don't know why, because of what I said with maybe the Hierophant reversed here, I'm almost thinking of like alternative medicine or just alternative, holistic health kinds of things, better diet, better exercise, better routine, better regime might be needed here.
Well, I'm wondering if this is saying that maybe your bi-level way of approaching things, conform or non-conform, could lead towards a resolution in a situation where maybe somebody else felt they had the upper hand, that maybe your other persona really would deal with this differently and is a better way to deal with that. I know it's really wacky.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from, but okay. So
well, we do know where it's going to.
Well, okay, so where are things heading? It's the 7 of Wands upright. It was just a shouty face there, a scream on the person's face. Well, where things are heading is you getting the upper hand in some situation. You getting, control. You regaining control. You regaining the higher ground. And so, like I said, it could revolve around some health issue, something that you are healing, something you are trying to resolve. And, it's leading towards, if you think of an alternative approach, maybe the approaches you've been taking to a particular situation, Libra, and this is why it's been hidden from you, is not working. And so that's why, in order to heal, or in order to get back on your feet again, in whatever way this means, you need to consider, your options and other alternative ways of approaching this. And where that will lead is to getting back in balance again, being on top of things again.
If the hidden message is that there's something revolving back and forth between how you want to address situations, either a formal way or an informal way, you have to remember that what is defeating, I'm not saying that right, but I do think that the Seven of Wands just says that where this leads to is you figuring out where those victory moves lie. That really there is a way to do that, but maybe you have to figure that out from seeing how other defeats happen, how you have felt when you were defeated, or how you felt when something stopped you from doing that. Maybe it's reversing that kind of process. I know, I'm all over the place with this.
Lenormand?
Yes, let's just go to that quickly now.
Well, I said what I said.
I know you did. So I guess I'm screwed up. So the letter and the stork.
Okay, maybe some, I don't know if this, I guess I don't know if this is leading to this. I'm beginning to wonder if these cards actually inform this. So in other words, this whole idea of considering alternatives is because, it can offer you a fresh start, and maybe some news that you've obtained is making you now consider other alternatives that could bring you better results, or a new beginning, a second chance, something along, God, he's really ADD today, something along those lines. Yeah, come back and forth. Are you just going and eating up all the food again? Yeah, I can tell. He's licking his lips.
I didn't even think he was there because he came from over there.
He probably went around. So at any rate, that's what I said on that. You got anything on that?
Well, with the Lenormand, I feel that the answer to this, or something that gives you more information and maybe just points you in a new direction. And some of the other cards could indicate that this is all about trying to find what the new direction is. Maybe the hidden message is saying you need to change directions from really very polar opposites, and this will come to you, but it will come in a way you don't expect, through a communication that you weren't possibly expecting, or just something that just shows up and gives you that information. Yes.
No, you can't have mine.
I know.
That's what we have for you. I know it's a little bit mixed up there. Good luck with that. But not exactly. I do think consider your options and alternatives. The Hierophant reverse talks about radical thinking. And so this is a time to think differently about something you're involved with. All right.
It's you again.
It's me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's up? Kara?
Mm-hmm.
And what does she want?
Oracle cards.
Oh, Oracle card. Top and bottom. Okay. Let's see.
Oh my God.
What's the matter?
The chocolate.
Oh. I'm going to wait till later for my chocolate, I think. So don't get any ideas, Mr. O.
All right.
I really need some room, Sonny.
My show's on tomorrow, The Emotional Exchanges. I do 3 cards for the elemental signs, kind of like some of the readings we do here. What is coming to you, emotionally speaking? Why it is important? And where will it lead to? It's Fridays at 7 a.m. or anytime thereafter.
So I'm using the Witching Hour Oracle for you, Kara. I like this deck.
He kind of digs in.
He'll just come back. It's really... Sonny. I'm just a little edgy today, I guess. All right. Well, let's see what the top is first. What? Forgotten Ghosts. Reunion. Number 24. Yeah, okay, you got that good. Forgotten Ghosts. The keywords are reunion, unfinished business. You think I'd be reading with the Unfinished Business Tarot, but no. An unexpected visitor. A ghost doesn't have to be scary or sad. It can be a joy to reunite with something or someone from your past, even if how you left things was dreadful, disagreeable, or regrettable. You may run into a former friend and realize your falling out was immature and you're both ready to move on. Or perhaps you picked up an old notebook and reconnected with goals you've completely forgotten about, but would really like to work on again. Or maybe a long-lost love comes back into your life. Perhaps the circumstances weren't right before, but now they are. This card appears in a reading when something from your past is left unresolved, but you are happy to see it or them back in your life. So that's really interesting, Kara. This card can also mean revisiting old projects, ideas, goals, or returning to an old job. Be mindful as you journey through your past. Often things will come back to you in order to tie up loose ends or offer closure. Take notice of what is here to stay and what is just passing through, and be willing to let it go when the time has come for that forgotten ghost to move on. So it does sound, well, it does sound like it's something you maybe want to come back into your life. I was leaning towards that being goals maybe or projects that you've kind of let go dormantly, but now I'm not sure because of the bottom card I pulled here. And this one is called Prying Eyes. Someone has their eyes on you. I hope it's good. 16?
Mm-hmm.
So the keywords here is just someone has their eyes on you. Competition, defensiveness. Someone is keeping a close eye on you. Whether they have good intentions or bad is not yet clear. What is clear is that you're doing something right. Others are taking notice of you and you will not be able to stay under the radar for much longer. This also means opportunities will become more frequent and you may find yourself contemplating prospects you haven't considered before. This is an excellent card for anyone wishing to be in the public eye, seeking employment, or looking for new love. You have caught the attention of someone who matters. Okay, however, shining brighter attracts attention, both good and bad. Be careful of jealousy and rivalry. Every successful person experiences copycats, no matter how high your vibration or how small your platform. Shadows are attracted to the light the same way a moth is attracted to a flame. You may experience more competition or even a straight-on attack. Don't dim your light, but take proper measures to protect yourself. Well, depending on the circumstances, Kara, I am almost going to go with this idea that I feel somebody might be coming back into your life. Or somebody that has been taking notice of you, following you. Maybe, for example, they've been a follower of yours for some time, and now they're going to start making more of their presence known. Or it's somebody from your past, and maybe they just want to make amends. Maybe they just want to let bygones be bygones, or just reconnect again. But I feel they are watching you, and they're paying attention. And I think it's more a good thing than not. But I can't rule out the other aspect because just of the nature of social media today. And they brought up that thing about copycats and people who are out to steal your glory. We see it all the time, on X, on Twitter. So, keep an eye out for that as well. Got anything to add? Well, you got Lenormand.
Yeah,
again.
not really. That was pretty interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear what this is, but these don't seem to me to apply necessarily unless you got something going on here. The first one is the clouds, which could just be saying there's confusion about this whole thing. And then there's the mountains, though, which is also saying that there's struggles or there's, hardships that maybe cause the confusion, or that the path has something going on with it, a certain level of hardship that makes things confusing.
I'm wondering here if the situation isn't about, some differences that you may have had in the past, or maybe there were just things that pulled you apart from each other. Life happens and interferes, and maybe it left some things unsaid or undone, which is why the clouds is here and it's confusion. But I believe when the clouds are on that side, the light side is usually facing, right?
I sort of think that's the light side, yeah.
And so what I'm wondering here is that maybe now is a time to clear the air over these obstacles or things that maybe got in the way of you guys having a healthy relationship in the past, or if there are things right now stopping you from really having that kind of relationship in the present. That's what I think those are about. So,
Yes.
Wow. Interesting reading, Kara.
So everybody's talking about children and their birthdays, and I'm just going to mention that our granddaughter
Yay.
turns 18 on the 19th.
She's going to be 18. Oh my gosh. And she just passed her driving test.
Yeah.
And she's going to get a car soon.
You're welcome. How strong is my telepathic connection with Mr. K, who they have not met yet? All right, I guess it'll be my deck.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was a real interesting reading, Kara. I hope you got something out of that. Keep us posted if there's somebody interesting that pops back into your life.
Well, if she takes after me, things will be okay. I'm a pretty cautious driver. in my
Oh, because I'm so bad.
opinion. I wasn't comparing you to me.
If she takes after me, it should be pretty good too.
Sure. But I could have been referring to her mom, our son, somebody else.
Okay. So they're going to be playing musical cars. I guess Mom is going to get a new car and granddaughter's going to get Mom's car. Sounds like a plan. Watch out, everyone in Michigan. Yeah, well, my son says she seems to be a better driver than he is. That's what he said to me today. So, which I'm glad she's not taking after him. Sorry, son, that I'm throwing you under the bus, but I've driven with you.
Okay, how strong is your telepathic connection with Mr. K? And my first card is the reverse 10 of Cups. My second card is the upright 7 of Cups. And then the final card is the reversed King of Cups.
All
So
cups.
That's kind of interesting because, of course, Cups
You never
does
gave
sort
me
of
these.
sound like emotional rapport, emotional connection.
I'll have the Lenormand in a minute. If you want to start, you can, but I'm going to see what these say too.
So it's curious. I think that there is a connection. How strong is it? Well, it may be more one-sided than not. The 10 of Cups seems to, as well as the King of Cups, seems to indicate that maybe there is some emotional wobbly stuff going on here. Maybe it's possible that you sense that about them, or that your connection is not very strong, because these cards are reversed And this could indicate emotional offness of a sort. Now, the Seven of Cups is interesting because it sort of does have a psychic kind of feel about it, a visionary kind of feel. And it could be saying really that there are a number of things that you feel are connecting you, but it's not really clear if anyone is stronger or more focused than the rest.
Yeah, I don't want you to get too anxious about these reversed cards. Where is this? I just think you have to kind of be balanced in your approach to this, emotionally stable and secure in knowing that, you know, there is possibilities. There's possibilities in the future for this connection to grow. I really feel that's true. But I feel like right now, looking at that Ten of Cups reversed here, I'm not seeing the connection being strong at the moment. Something is kind of disrupting it here. I'm not really sure what it is. I think maybe, you know, you just have to maybe be more patient and have to learn to let things unfold in their own time, you know, and just focus on the possibilities, you know, the possibilities of reaching out. And I'm feeling pretty, you know, overall hopeful for the future of this more than right now. And here's why.
Because it's the Star. And it's the Garden.
I kind of think that I think at some point here, you know, you will connect. You will connect. But something is, maybe there's just other elements blocking this connection right now. And with the Garden, I could almost say that it could be other souls. Possibly. It's possible, you know. And that I feel that there is hope for this. I really do feel that in time, you know, this could change. But it's kind of interesting to me that we have the Garden here, Mr. O, and we have the Seven of Cups, because Seven of Cups is just all these different things, and the Garden is all these different, like, people and, you know, like, social situation. And so if you look at it as far as soul connections and spirits go,
it seems like it's something that still is off because of the Star there, the omen, the idea that it's building towards that.
It's a destiny.
Right, a destiny.
I feel like there's still a destiny here, but there's still too many factors in the way at the moment of making a more...
It's something that needs to build.
Stronger connection. Yeah.
It hopefully is going to be building.
So I think this card, for some reason, is for you, this King here, and it is saying, really, just temper your expectations right now. And don't get too upset if you're not making the connection as strongly as you would like. It's just going to take more time. And I wish you luck with that.
All right. Okay, it's Diksha.
Oh, that was
it's
Cool Creek, right? Yeah,
towards
Diksha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's the question? Here it is. Mohit, current feelings towards Diksha.
You're welcome.
In contact. Okay, so you are in contact with them. Okay. Okay. Oh, did I pull out? I thought I did. No, I didn't. Get them. Okay. is this coming up so much? Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. The Ten of Swords. Upright. The Seven of Pentacles. Upright. King of Swords. Oh boy. Reversed.
The Child. The Anchor.
Well, this is a tough one. You're asking their feelings. I kind of be careful with them a little bit. Do they seem to want to move fast or slow? I almost sense here some aggressive action, that they want. Sometimes things need to develop over time, and, that maybe it's better to let things unfold more slowly and cultivate good communication with this person, and not move too fast. Excuse me. It's his hair, I think. I feel this person can be a little bit over aggressive or pushy at times, and that might not be good for the relationship. The Ten of Swords is here, which could indicate a sense of betrayal or, a sense of loss, maybe too, in some way here. So you really got to be careful and cultivate this slowly. And I think that particularly holds true here with the Anchor and the Child. This is to anchor yourself in allowing this to grow over time and take your time to truly get to know this person. That's what I would suggest.
So I believe what you're saying is that you may have not been communicating for a while, and now it's been about 5 days or something like that. And I feel like with Banshee that maybe this really is a situation to warrant some watching. It does feel like maybe you need more time with them to understand them better. I have a feeling...
So you just met them. Is that true? And you've only been communicating for 5 days? He is a new guy. Okay. That's what I thought.
I'm not very sure about them. There's some kind of warning signs here or some things to watch out for. And I do feel that the Anchor and the Child says, move slowly. Take your time. I feel this, if you move too quickly, it could be a bad decision. This is something that needs more time for you to understand them. It may not be necessarily that there's something very dangerous or not likable about them, but maybe you just need more time to get a better idea about what they're like.
Yeah, I don't want to get you kind of all up in arms about this. I just think you need to take it slow to see their character more, what kind of person they are. The King of Swords, the Ten of Swords is not a very good card, but the King of Swords really actually bothers me a little bit more in this regard than the Ten of Swords, because I feel like this person may have some aggressive or anger issues as well. So it's best to take your time and get to know them. It's possible to me that they may have some issues due to something that's happened to them here in their past, and it could be affecting them, so I would just get to know them a whole lot better. How they feel about you was really the question, but I got these flags and I had to go with it right away. how they might feel about you is that they want something to develop here. I think with that Seven of Pentacles, they do want something to happen.
Right, I agree with that. It may be, I think I see what Banshee's saying, that maybe in the past a certain relationship felt, bad for them. It didn't work out the way they wanted, or they felt they were hurt from that. And so it may also feel, too, that they wonder if you are more stern character judge on them, if you will judge them more favorably. They may be thinking that, too. So just, use your common sense and take your time.
And maybe after some time goes by again, we can look at this more. But I'd give it a bit more time to develop and see where things lead.
I don't know that I see for sure that he likes you yet. I think that he's willing to get to know you better, though.
Yes.
I think that's true.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good
Keep
luck.
us posted.
Yeah, let us know.
Maybe we can look at this again as things develop. Good luck. All right.
Is it Victoria?
Yes, it is. I think it is.
You're welcome.
Yep.
And yes, feel free to come back and ask more.
Okay. It's about her daughter.
That's
Will
right.
I hear from my daughter this year? Is she being influenced by her so-called friends? Let's throw 3 cards first and see what we get.
Yeah, and then if we
Hello,
need to, I'll
Victoria.
do a yes or no after that.
I'll take
You're
this.
welcome, Diksha. Hello. Last chance to get a drink, Victoria. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I got it.
Silly. And I like that song.
Electrolyte water.
Well, I'm drinking some raspberry lemon juice with water. Mostly water.
All right, I'm going to throw the 3 cards and then we'll take it from there. So it's the reversed 3 of Swords.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's the reversed Squire or Page of Pentacles. So reverse Page of Pentacles. And then it's the upright Page of Wands. I get the feeling like there's a mending happening. I know you've mentioned before that, there were some kind of frayed ends going on there. But the 3 of Swords maybe suggests that things are healing or things are improving. The Page of Pentacles may suggest that there's still some time needed. There's still some things that are not clear. Maybe there are still some issues that need to be talked about or resolved. You will probably get a message or you get some confirmation that, the meeting should happen maybe this year.
It does sound like a message might be coming. It may not be everything you want to hear, but I feel here that they may be willing to, they are in the process of healing or feeling better about things a little bit, maybe letting some things go, some animosities go, but they're very slow, and maybe just because they're feeling it doesn't mean they're ready to act on it yet. But I do feel that probably sometime this year you will get a message from them, But I don't know what kind of message. Let's take a look here. If we could be any more abstract today with some of these readings, honestly.
Nice. I'm in key. Whip. Not mice.
So,
Hi, Alicia.
So when I think about this, it is kind of interesting because there we go again. When I get too close to him, I start coughing. So I think this might indicate that, that the key is to try to not open old wounds. The whip causes pain. So there is that element to the whip sometimes. And if I look at it, with the Three of Swords here reversed, you don't want to open those old wounds. So that's the key, I think, in, at least trying to, when you do reestablish dialogue, to be sure, and also, I guess I have to also say this, Victoria, it's possible that she may try to open old wounds, So how you handle that and manage that might be key here to whether the dialogue and the communication will continue. Got anything to add to that?
I think you said it pretty well. I feel that I'm going to take it in reverse because I sort of feel the whip influences the key. And so I feel like maybe this is saying you must move quickly, to get to the key of the matter, that it may be that if somebody says, well, no, I can't do this right now, you have to try to surmount that some way, because that's the key of the matter, is to not let it linger, perhaps, to try to resolve things, as quickly as you can once you have some sense of cooperation or conversation.
Well, you'll have to determine what resonates there. Good luck with that. Wow, but it does sound like something will happen. I'm not sure it'll be soon, though, because of that darn Page of Pentacles.
Are you the bitch that you think you are? All
Good
right.
luck with that. Wishing you the best. Hey, Alicia.
A little bit. I mean, I just have a lingering cough. I don't think I'm really sick per se. I am coughing a little bit.
Okay.
All
Where are
right.
we on? We're on the, is it?
Hi, Mama T.
Oh, SP. That's right.
Go eat your cornbread.
What will be T's impression of my project presentation and contribution at work? Okay.
All right. And that's your deck?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for the question, SP.
Sure I got all the cards there. I do. Okay.
Thanks, Victoria. We love you too.
Take care. It's okay to be channel surfing. All right. Oh. Well, we got the King of Swords reversed. Jeez. What is with this? Some of these repeat cards. And then we got Temperance reversed. And we got the Ace of Swords reversed. Jeez, SP. I don't want to disappoint you with what I have to say here, but gee, let's take a look at what he has.
Dog.
Okay.
Star.
Ah, well.
So it's a little back and forth-ish.
You might be, I don't know if this holds true to you, SP, But I will say, I wanted to look at that question again. What will T's impression of my project presentation and contribution at work? Well, I think they're very judgmental, and I think that they may be a little bit harsh in their judgment and criticism. I almost don't think it's fair and balanced. I don't know. When I see temperance reversed here, I'm just wondering if this person is really treating you fairly. And really, when I see the Ace of Swords reversed and you're talking about a presentation, I'm wondering if they really get it. If they really understand, what you were trying to present.
Yeah, this doesn't really look very encouraging, SP. It sort of feels like maybe this is a person who has extremely high standards or is in fact predisposed against liking you or liking your efforts here.
Well, they're just a bitter person.
There may be a story here. Maybe they didn't want you to be in their department or working with them. Maybe they wanted somebody else. There could be any number of reasons. But it's really clear that they're probably not going to be a good advocate for your work there.
Right. I feel that, with temperance reversed, it's indicating they're not looking at this really fairly. And you're almost going to feel out of it that you really didn't, you didn't achieve your objective with this person. I think that's another way I could look at this Ace of Swords. It's like you didn't connect right with them. And I would say this, though. Don't let this bring you down. Don't let this discourage you. It could be that this person just acted out because they were having a bad day. Remain loyal to yourself and what you do. Just one thing does not define you, and their judgment does not define you. I just think with temperance reversed here, and the King of Swords reversed indicates to me this isn't somebody who is looking at your work objectively, Mm-hmm. So I would take whatever their criticisms are, if they levy at you, with a grain of salt. And just keep remaining loyal to your destiny, because this is a real positive sign here, I feel.
This could also mean, too, that maybe if there is anybody in this situation,
I was going to say that,
who might be more kind to you, you should try to create a relationship with them of some sort.
There may be somebody else who stands up for you and sees more of what you were trying to accomplish here, and they get it. So you might have an ally at work beyond this person. I think this person is not, I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but I think that they're just kind of very overly critical.
Yeah.
And so it's no reflection, personally, I feel, on you. Unfortunately, though, sometimes, because we have to impress certain people, it can be a problem. So I wish you luck with that. I hope this makes some sense.
Good luck, SP.
And don't give up. Don't give up.
And we're on Empress then.
Yep.
Hey, Empress. Empress God is spiritual. What does Spirit want you to know?
Okay. My reading? Your cards?
I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
For what?
The question.
What does Spirit want to... Yeah, well...
The question below that
Can you
one.
tell me what Spirit wants you to know?
No,
yeah.
The question below that one.
Oh! Yeah, after Mama T, absolutely. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Is it my deck?
I'm being a little open since we have a week off next week, but we'll see what happens. Let's close the list for now. Yes, it is your deck, so I need that Lenormand. Thank you.
I'm going to use the Modern Love Tarot for your question.
Oh. Hey, you know, kind of the bat. Hey.
Yes, Violet.
Hey, put those cards on this table. They match perfectly, the backs. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can shuffle. I was just teasing. Okay, maybe not.
I'm trying to do what she has ordered me to do.
Black print would work.
Oh, there it is. You're welcome.
Black print. All right. Oh, jeez. I'll poo to this.
So it's the reversed Two of Wands. So you basically want to know what Spirit wants you to know at this time. The Two of Wands reversed may indicate that the current situation is needing more balance to it, needing some things to kind of even out. There may be some anxieties or pressures that you're experiencing. I think Spirit wants you to know that this is nothing that's ultra dramatic that is going to cause, a big problem, but that maybe there is something there you need to understand as it relates to, what Spirit wants you to know.
I think Spirit wants you to know that some of your plans may need some reworking. That maybe it's time to revisit. Oh gosh, I can't believe I got a cramp in my leg. I was trying to stretch it out here. That helped. That some plans may need to be reworked, revisited, revisioned, or some goals. Because the course that you're on right now may not pay off the way you would have hoped. So that Spirit wants you to reconsider some moves, some choices, some decisions, or some plans that you have made, and see if you can't, make some modifications that will help things move along more smoothly. So why is this important?
And it's the Fool upright. Because it's important, but this is kind of like a little contradictory. It is important, but maybe it's not, because Spirit ultimately will have your back. Spirit maybe is wanting you to do some things that are challenging or a little bit out of your mode in a way, like just sort of saying, I'm letting go and I'm trusting it's gonna work out okay.
Well, okay, so why, when I spoke about plans needing to be reworked, modifications necessary, why is this important? And we got the Fool here. Because maybe it's something you're trying to begin or get off the ground, needs this revisioning in order for it to manifest properly. And I like what Mr. O said here, that Spirit has your back on this. But you really need to think things through more, that making sure that, you have set things up right, because otherwise, it's a risky gamble. It may work, spirit might be able to pull through for you, but with the modifications, it might ensure success more.
So where?
And I have other things to add. I might go back to this, seeing on what this card is. So where are things leading?
And it's the Ace of Wands, but it's reversed. There may be some delays with some of these plans.
Well, more than that, there could be failure. There could be failure because the Ace of Wands just kind of indicates when it's reversed that things don't get off the ground. And so that's what I almost think here, that's where things are headed if if you're not willing to change course a little bit on something or make some course corrections. That's what it needs. Whatever, this is. And it could signal a new beginning for you. It could, I guess I like this idea of spirit having your back on this, but also the idea here of making these modifications may seem a little risky to you. Maybe you were comfortable with the way things were. And so, at the Fool here, there's that idea of taking a chance, a risk, a gamble. Maybe you feel it's risky to make changes at this time. But I think what Spirit is trying to tell you is we'll have your back if you make the right moves. And if you don't, you might be leading to a false start here. So that's what I see there. Let's take a look at this.
It says coffin. I've been coughing.
Yeah. I think he's shedding. I think
the
that's
bear. Yeah, he sheds a lot, him, and it bothers us. So the coffin usually talks about something that ends, but the bear talks about something that is strong, about empowerment.
Yes. So I think what this might be saying in this case, putting all the cards together, is that basically Spirit wants you to be strong, stand strong, and don't be afraid to, like I said, if you have to make changes on something, you have to put an end to certain things you're doing, right? You have to be willing to not be afraid to stop doing something and do something differently, in order to succeed. Because coffins are about ending or stopping something,
So in some sense, it could be saying that you have to have the strength to stop the thing that's not working, to change your plan away from that. So be strong and trust that is what you should do when you realize that, when that thing kind of hits you and you realize that, because there's other growth that will happen.
Yeah. I mean, I think here, at best, there could be delays, like Mr. Oig suggested. At worst, there could be out and out failure if you're not willing to look at other alternative ways of going about what you're trying to do. So I hope it sounds like it made sense to you. I hope that did. Good luck with that.
You're welcome.
Thanks
I hope
for
that helps.
stepping in. And we are on Alicia, I believe.
Hi, Alicia.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sonny.
Thanks, Empress. I hope that was helpful.
All right. You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Very welcome. And feel free to come back, but not next week.
Yeah, we won't be here
we'll
next week.
We'll be here
so.
Sunday, but we won't be here next week. Gosh, first time like I said, we're skipping so many shows like this. I'll feel lost. All right. So,
Alicia's question: what's next for me with love?
Oh, is it my deck? It
Yes.
is, right? Yeah. Here. And let's get a love deck, shall we? Okay. Another handful, this wide deck. Oh gosh, Violet, I know you were talking about one of your big decks. I have very huge decks. I really do. And that reminds me, I gotta find my
Excuse me,
giant rider weight deck for my presentation, my tarot presentation next week. Okay. Seven of Coins upright. The Hanged Man reversed. And the Eight of Cups upright.
The Whip. And the book, Love Story.
Well, it's an interesting read, Alicia. The Seven of Coins upright sometimes means to step back from it all, you know, and you're asking what's next in love. And I almost feel here when I see this, you're almost wanting to assess where you are right now or what more you need to do to maybe move things. I take it you're not in a relationship now, right? So to move things along in your love life, what you need to do. And I almost think here it's really kind of clear that with the Hanged Man reversed, it's time for you to just go for it. You know, get off the tree you've been hanging on, because that's the Hanged Man. Get off the tree and just start moving towards it. You know, you have to put yourself in a position. And I almost feel here with the Eight of Cups too, this is a time to really seek it out. Don't wait for love to come to you. It's time for you to really seek it out. And I don't know. What do you see? I'm going to stop there for now.
That Seven of Coins really does sort of suggest that there's been a stasis of some sort, just sort of a setting in place. And while that's happened, you may have been thinking about where you really want to go or thinking about why you haven't been able to get somewhere. You may have blamed yourself a little bit for not being more outgoing.
Okay. Yeah.
But maybe that's why that's there then, because you've realized you should try to be more outgoing, at least in the context of whatever now is. I mean, I'm not saying that you're always shy or something like that, but maybe something's changed and you realize you're trying to resonate higher. You're trying to go to a higher level. The Eight of Cups.
And you know, with the Hanged Man there, which often talks about when it's reversed, an unwillingness to sacrifice, I think this was what I would say too, is don't sacrifice any of your standards, your scruples, whatever it is, you know, as far as love goes. Aim higher. Aim higher for, you know, better people in your life, attracting somebody who's really worthy of you. Sacrifice nothing for this now, you know, be you. And create, you know, I think here, it's going to take some time, I think, before you move forward with this. I think something might happen, but I think it really is going to take a little bit more time to unfold because, hey, when you're doing research and you're studying, it usually takes time. You can try to cram it. You can try for that one night stand, but it's not going to lead to anything good. It's going to take some time for it to develop.
Well, it almost seems like a dichotomy to me in a way because this card wants to maybe move fast, but this card wants to explore every single syllable. It's a book. So it doesn't want, as Barnabas Kahn says, it doesn't want to surrender a single syllable to this process of finding, relating to, creating new love in your life. And so the thing is that you will be challenged by the fact that part of your drive will say, it's here, go for it. But the other part of your drive will say, temper that.
So in a sense, don't be too hasty in trying to force open that new chapter, in your life. I mean, take your time. This is a card of patience in a way, or, letting some things unfold, because the farmer, after all, plants the seeds, tills it, then steps back and has got to let nature run its course. So at some point here, you've got to let nature run its course, no making any kind of sacrifices or, giving away anything to achieve your aim. Aim higher. And that, of course, is going to take some time and, a willingness to not force it open too soon. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Alicia.
And I think we're on Mama T.
Mama T wants a general reading.
All right. Let's see what's
Whoops.
your deck, Mr. O.
And cat hair is flying around, and it's
See, that's what it is.
itchy.
Yeah, I know.
Mama T, I'm going to give you the Barberry Tarot. It's dark enough to satisfy your own goth taste, as well as
I
mine.
had a cough drop here, too, instead of
That
eating
won't help
candy.
me. I need something to keep the hair away from my nose. It's tickling.
I should have used it. Oh, all right.
Well, we're almost done for the evening. It's been a grand evening. Thank you, everyone.
You seem tired, Mr. O.
I'm always tired.
I'm the one who worked out today, though. Oh my gosh, I had a great chair yoga session this morning.
I worked out 3 times in this last week.
You did. You did. Did you? I thought you skipped.
Saturday, Monday, and last Friday.
Oh.
No, wait,
okay.
it wasn't Friday.
It was Friday.
Saturday, Sunday, and this Friday, tomorrow.
Oh.
That's the 3 times.
So you haven't yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you haven't yet either.
Well, I've worked out twice in this week so far.
And so did I.
Ah.
Saturday to Fridays a week. Okay, Mama T, general reading.
Oh, Sonny.
First card, King of Swords.
No, don't rip my glove. I need my glove.
Second card, reversed Knight of Swords. So you have 2 court cards in the swords. King, reversed Knight. Third card, reversed 5 of Cups. I kind of like that for
Yeah,
the
I
last
kind of
card.
like that, but let's see what we have here. Why is this coming up every time? Good
Whip it
grief.
good.
And there you are.
Me?
Mama T.
Oh, Mama V. Nuss.
Well, Mama T, this is interesting. I think here things are looking up, but it's going to be largely based on things maybe looking up because there may be somebody who you can rely on for an objective opinion, some good advice, who can be very, very useful to you. Somebody with a lot of knowledge. This could be, of course, dealing with Rick. It could be in other areas, like, for example, if you're seeking out financial advice, etc. right now. But with that Knight of Swords in the middle here, you've got to not be wishy-washy. You're going to have to make some good decisions here because I feel like there's some possible good opportunities coming your way that will be good for you, whatever the case may be, whether it has to do with Rick, whether it has to do with finances, whether it has to do with some other aspect of your life. You have to be making the right choices, though, and decisions so that these opportunities can present themselves to you.
I agree with that, what she said there. I think that, this could be somebody who could be maybe a doctor
Yeah.
or somebody who has advice, but not
Could be.
necessarily.
Could be a lawyer.
It's definitely somebody who has a way of looking at the situation and coming to help you in some respect. Now, this card to me says, don't mess things up by trying to force things to go faster.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
things take their time that they need to take, especially when it comes to the return of qualities or essences that are going to be helpful, especially in Rick's case, but also your overall state, Mama T, your financial state, getting things together. Don't necessarily make any unexpected quick moves just because somebody says,
or decisions.
right, this is going to help you, just do this,
And you know why?
What?
You know why? Because that Lenormand kind of goes right with that
yes,
when you
you're
think
right.
about it.
Yeah.
See, this is talking about moving too fast or aggressively could cause a careless or wrong decision.
There might be pressure coming from people to say, well, you got to do this now because if you
true.
don't, blah, 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 blah. That, in a sense, could be coming from that person, but it's not as likely.
Maybe that's where you go to get an opinion. Maybe somebody's trying to talk you into moving fast, and this person could, help you determine what it is you really need to do. There's somebody out there that's definitely your ally now, who will be able to help you find, the opportunities. It's just don't try to push too hard or too fast. Make sure you know what you're doing and you're comfortable with the decision you have to make or the move that you have to make. That's what we have for you.
All right, Mama T.
This is just more of like I would say this is just like a keep an eye out, beware, but this is nothing really bad. As a matter of fact, when I see the King of Swords finally up right here in a reading, I think that's pretty good. That shows somebody who really can help you and assist you very objectively, looking at the whole situation from a broader perspective.
It's nice to see you back here at our readings, too, so hopefully things are going to get better for you.
Good luck with that, Mama T.
All right, so we are at the end of our show, and it is Violet Lotus. What do my star families want me to know about my post-soul retrieval integration and my starseed mission?
Okay, that's my deck.
Yep. I know what I want to integrate right now. I want to integrate those caramels sitting over there by her into my mouth.
See, every show he tries to get my candy.
Well, every paycheck you try to get my money.
I try. All right. I drank all my water because I'm so kind of congested or whatever's going on there. Mr. O.
Snap!
Sonny, I don't want to shuffle on your whiskers.
I'll be the one.
Hey, you are attaching yourself to my shirt here. I don't appreciate that. All right. Well, it's the Queen of Wands reversed.
Uh-oh. Don't be that person.
It's the Knight of Cups reversed.
Don't be that one either. Don't be that one either.
And then, after all of that, we have the Ten of Pentacles upright.
Okay. Well, that's your star family there. Okay.
I know.
So maybe one's the Pleiadian and one's the Syrian. I don't know.
Can they all just get along? No. You're asking what they think about your integration. They think it's fine. They think it's time for you to, come out of, your shell and have more confidence in yourself now. I really think that, bam, that's what this is about right here. I feel here that they still feel you might, it might be because it's early in your soul integration that there's still a few emotional little ups and downs going on. I don't know if you've been experiencing them, but that's kind of maybe the way they're looking at this, so you still have to go through some stuff here.
Well, with that one, I get a specific feeling that you're still sorting out who you can trust and not. And that's both spirit-wise as well as in your personal life, that there may be some situations where you're wondering, are you going to resonate to that or not?
I'll give him that, but I'll still stand by what I said because I have a feeling that there's just still some emotional turbulence and they see it. But here, right here, they want you to know they're all in on this. They support it.
We are family.
They support it, and they really feel that, this is probably going to help you connect with something greater, ultimately.
Ooh, yeah.
I just feel that, What do you got with the letter man, though? Are you going to burst this bubble?
Oh, I hope not. Bouquet. That doesn't sound like a burst. Well, it sounds like a flower burst. House.
Ooh. Wow,
house
I like
is
this.
A very, very, very nice house.
I think that they feel that you will stabilize, you will become more comfortable in your own skin, and joy and harmony will return back in your life.
Well, and all of that is a gift to you.
Yeah. Or maybe that's it. You'll be more comfortable with using your gifts. Good point, Mr. O. I got to give him that one. Good point. Because I do resonate with that. Yeah. I like it.
That was really good because we didn't have to think about it a whole lot. Sometimes your readings are a little bit like, what are they trying to say?
Yeah, what are they trying to say? But I think it was pretty clear here to me.
Very clear.
I think as soon as I saw that Queen of Wands, and then I saw that, I'm like, okay, this is not about them and anything going on with them. Because it's about what they feel about what you just did. And it makes perfect sense. And there's integration here. There's completion. And there is a sense of a bigger family, like something bigger and greater to be achieved from this. And not to mention the fact it's the Ten of Pentacles, which to me is kind of a card of long-term, stability. So it's all good. I like it.
It's all
Bravo. Yeah, it's nice when the cards cooperate. We had a few readings here. I didn't think they were that cooperative today. But sometimes they just are. So I want to thank everybody. A great show. Happy days. We're done. We will be here for happy hour this week. That's going to be, again, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll be here Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And from that point on, other than his Goth Tarot on Wednesday, there'll be no live shows next week.
Just our other Cards of the Day media.
Right. So follow us on our other social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. Did I forget anything? Yes. Threads. And you can catch our cards of the day there. So wish everybody a great week ahead. And our rest of the week, hopefully we'll see you at happy hour on Saturday. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.